Alright everyone, what's up? We're back today with another episode of Middleweight Training Camp. Today we're looking at Amir Khan. This is another fighter that used to fight a lot when I was watching boxing often. I remember him having a lot of heart, being a really good fighter, but I remember him either getting caught a lot or leaving himself open to be caught a lot, but he used to get sparked out in the most vicious ways. And people would say he didn't have a good chin, but some of the shots that put the guy down I think would have put anyone down, especially his fight against Canelo. So let's hope the AI doesn't have a programmed repeat of that built in and sparks us in a vicious way. So let's take a look at Amir Khan's stats here. He's an 83. He's an outboxer. He's 82 vitality, 85 stamina, 91 speed. That's realistic. He was a very fast fighter. 86 strength, 83 defense, and 79 heart. I don't know why his heart's so low. So he's got human highlight reel, increased chance of becoming flash dazed by 5%. Oh, that doesn't really sound like a good trait. While dazed, damage dealt by punches thrown increased by 25%. So I guess you get a buff while you're dazed to do more damage. That's strange. Punches and bunches. When throwing a combination of punches, deal 3% increased damage per punch. From round 8 onwards, recover 20% less stamina. So right there, like with his traits, I would say he's probably not going to make my tier list, but let's give him a try anyways. And again, into Canelo as our kind of testing standard. So any of you watching this video, if you haven't already seen Northern Smog's latest video, which covers all of the issues in the game that seem to be left untalked about at the moment or don't seem to be a priority anymore as we approach point 7 and later down the road full launch, I recommend that you go watch the video right now. With that in mind, someone has posted a screen capture on Reddit of someone asking Varys a very simple question about if any changes are going to be done to tracking or something to that effect. And Varys gave them a pretty much really snarky kind of response and pretty much confirmed that they're not going to be doing any more changes in that regard in terms of the game getting polished with things that people are asking for, like tracking, things like that, and that's it. So they basically confirmed development cycles done for this game is basically what I'm trying to say. And I really do believe that they're going to try to push full launch and bank on the console casuals and the popularity of the game through Riyadh season promotional. However they're going to handle that, because Turki Al-Sheikh in his interview had said that it's going to be a big part of Riyadh season. So I think they're just banking on that and basically saying screw all the people that we made this game for originally. We're just going in for the profit. And it's sad because I think a lot of people would have been okay if they had have just come out and said, look, we kind of reached the limitations of the engine. We're going to need to kind of just polish what we got, push it out, and start from the ground up on a sequel. And if they had have said that, I think every one of us would have been like, that's cool, we get it, and we would have supported it. But the way they're handling it is just so shady. I think it's going to push every single person who was in this game from the beginning in terms of like a real boxing enthusiast. I feel like it's going to push them right out of being interested in any sequels or anything else from this development company coming forward. We'll see how they handle it, what type of publicity they do, how they handle it going forward with the PR. But at this point, I've really lost a lot of my good faith that I had in them. But anyways, let's get to this episode. Let's see how Amir Khan does. Again, I don't think he's going to make the tier list, but we're going to give him a try. Anyways, I'm interested in your thoughts below. And why do I keep getting this lag all the time now? When the game starts, I get this lag. I've got to do this every time. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Give me your thoughts on the situation. Okay, so he feels like he's got some good speed in his hands. His blocking reaction is good. Remember, we're not on Roy Jones this time, so we're not in the Philly shell. But we can use what we've learned from the Philly shell to make our blocking more successful. I would like to be able to switch between blocking styles mid-fight. That would be nice. Body shots are a lot harder to block without the Philly shell. So let's practice our blocking here, make sure we're being conservative with our punch count. Landed some good shots on him here. Make sure we're holding the center of the ring. Remember, ring control is important. Well, it's supposed to be important. You want to generally be getting back to the center of the ring, even if someone's putting the pressure on you. If you're staying along the ropes and in the corners, you're going to give up that ring presence, ring pressure, and that'll really affect you on the scorecards. So far, I don't mind Amir Khan, but he just feels very, like, generic, I would say. I wouldn't say he feels like he would be any kind of standout fighter for online. I mean, he'd probably be good for people who are extremely good and want to challenge. But I just don't feel like he's got enough to really be a good online fighter. But we'll see. This is only round one. I am getting lit up more again because we're not with the Philly shell right now. And again, it's hard to block body shots without the Philly shell. It's something you always want to be practicing. So we only burnt 7% stamina there. He actually burnt more than us, so that's good. We did do a decent amount of damage to him. Let's see what we can do going forward as I get more used to his timing here.
Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
See, we can block most of those shots as long as we're always moving and trying to react to the punches coming in. You get a better rhythm at doing it, and you can understand which direction you need to lean and how far you have to commit to the lean and how long you need to hold it for the shot to actually be blocked. Those are all very important things as we practice blocking. Because if you release it too soon sometimes, you will get the shot will come right through. And sometimes you don't have to hold it all the time, so you can let go a little sooner and get a shot back a little quicker. So it's all about learning your timing on the block. That was interesting. I don't know why that didn't hit.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. And he misses with the left up.
Remember always to step off the center line when you're trying to block shots or evade punches. Don't just stand in front of the person and expect the block to do all the work for you. Positioning is important. Okay, we're getting some good work in on him here as we're getting more used to Amir Khan's timing. And we're blocking a lot more of the work that's coming at us from Canelo here. That was a bad punch selection. I should have went with a forward jab, and we would have got the counter on that. So punch selection is important, especially depending on your range from the opponent. If you're on the inside, uppercuts, choppy hooks are going to be your best bet. As you create more distance, a straight, right, and a good powerful jab are going to be good weapons. So it all depends on where you are. So you can really block a lot of the shots if you get a good amount of practice with it and you understand the angles you need to be at to stop the shots that are incoming. So I know a lot of people feel like the blocking system isn't perfect, but the better you get at it, it isn't that bad. So I am a little conflicted when it comes to what people think about the blocking mechanics in this game. And maybe seeing these videos will change some people's minds, maybe it won't, but that's just my opinion. I would like to see us be able to do some body blocking and upper torso movement while in motion. I feel like that could fix a lot of the problems. And a slight reduction in punch tracking, because then weaving is going to have a lot more of an effect. But as you can see, if you're managing your distance right, weaving is effective. So I think that's another little thing that people need to practice and get used to, is being at the right distance from your opponent to have the leans and weaves be effective.
Let's see if we can turn it around here.
He knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight.
Is the game perfect? No. But I think some issues that some people experience are just from lack of practice and lack of understanding of how the game is actually fundamentally working. But that doesn't change my opinion on it at all, obviously. I'm just being completely unbiased in how I'm approaching how I feel about the game. Because, yeah, I do feel like some things people just feel like are broken because they don't quite understand how it works or they're not quite good at it yet. But that's why I'm doing these videos. I hope it helps people understand.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be
Let's do a little bit more fighting off our back foot here. So this is going to have to probably be an outpointing fight. I don't think Amir Khan, we're going to have the power to put down a buffed AI Canelo. We'll see. Start working the jab a bit more here. Good counter off those slips. Get back to the center of the ring. Oh, we almost had that counter. Try to get some combos in here. So we don't have a very good chin apparently. We went orange real quick there in the head. But that's okay. We can recover. 23 seconds left in the round here. Let's jab it out, get back to the center of the ring.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Oh, leaned into that one. That was bad. That's always the risk you take when you're practicing the leaning and weaving, blocking. But you got to take those risks and you got to practice it. So as you can see, we're taking his stamina down fairly consistently with ours, just like we were doing with Roy Jones. So the Philly shell isn't the only good blocking method in the game. Is it the best? Yes. Is it the easiest to use? Yes. But I do think it'll help you get better at the regular block the more you practice it. Because I'm going to guarantee we have a pretty high block count at the end of this fight. We'll see. So far, I like Amir Khan's speed. I don't feel like his punching animations are the best at all. His blocking is good. His chin is a little too weak. I really don't think his chin is that weak in real life. I think the guy just got caught a lot with some really big bombs.
Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So we're starting to get him throwing completely gassed here, which is good for us, because then when his energy bar is lower and we return a shot, it's going to be more impactful. So let's keep trying to draw him down here a bit more in stamina. We got him to waste a lot there. We only took really one big shot to the body, which is good. His blocking animations are good, but I don't like Amir Khan's punching animations. I feel they're very generic. The fighters that have kind of unique punching animations are the best in the game.
You make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Get back to the center of the ring here.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missed him on that one too.
That punch lands.
Okay, so he's been swatting at flies a lot this round, so we should have him burning some good stamina here.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut.
The other thing I would like to see is them obviously fix the punching animations with recovery time and all that. But I would like to see them add like probing jabs and probing punches in general. I would be curious to see if how many people would be willing to accept giving up the face buttons for punches if they cleaned up the animations on punches and also cleaned up the inputs on the stick, and punches had to come off the stick, and then the face buttons were just pressed were faint, and if you held the power modifier, then the face buttons became like probing punches that didn't do much damage, and they didn't take up much stamina at all. I don't know, I think that might be an interesting mechanic. What do you guys think? So we got him down to 73% there, even with his reduction in how much stamina he loses.
Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Let's make sure we're not getting bullied into the ropes too much here.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin?
Oh,
These are
just
things
missed
can
that.
affect the fight.
Got him good there as he was leaning in.
You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
See, we positioned ourselves properly for that one, so we caught it right off the elbow. Oh, we just missed that. Not quite used to Amir Khan's range here after using slightly taller fighters. I mean, he's not terrible at all, but I just think he would be a pick that you wouldn't want to use online unless you're pretty confident in yourself or you just really like using Amir Khan for whatever reason. He really shouldn't have that weak of a chin. I think that's kind of silly, but whatever.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline.
So one thing I like to do is I work the movement stick in circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, and it kind of keeps you in place and shifting weight from side to side. And if you can time it with throwing your shots based off what side you're putting your weight onto, I find it really helps. It kind of stops you from flying all over the ring too while still being mobile. One of the good points that was in the post that Northern Smog put up was that the tracking and the ability to not be looking at the guy face to face is way too high, because it would be really awesome if you could cut angles a bit more in this game. Since they do have the ability to come off the center line, it seems like something that would be a no-brainer. Okay, so he's at 67%. We're at 61. Again, we're keeping it fairly even for a non-Philly shell blocking style. Another thing I would like to see is a camera angle that actually allows us to utilize our footwork, our foot positioning, seeing if our lead foot is outside or inside of theirs, seeing how far we off are of the center line compared to them. I feel like kind of some type of isometric looking down kind of angle camera would be really good for that. I don't know how the third person camera angle is going to work. From looking behind you, I feel like it's going to be really hard to judge the distance on your punches and the punches coming at you, but that's just my opinion. I'm curious what other people think on that. Okay, going into round 6. We're going to try to survive this until the later rounds and then maybe catch him and put him down like we did in the last one, because we're definitely taking his stamina down here, and we are landing some good damage on the return. We're doing some good blocking here, having some good practice.
He fails to score with that left hook.
It's all about staying just outside of the pocket. It's good practice to do that too, where you're not pressed right up against the person, but you're also not super far away. You're just staying right on the edge of that void. It's really good to practice that. Also, as I do with the circle motion counterclockwise and clockwise, you can do the same with forward and back and get the pivot going. And then you can launch in off some momentum off your back foot and put all the weight into the shot going forward. So there's some good tricks you can use with your momentum and weight in this game, and they do have a slight impact. Oh, we caught him really good there. Okay, let's conserve a bit and just jab it out here. Keep trying to get him to burn stamina and get his head health low so that we can put him away more cleanly at the end than we did yesterday.
What a punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Oh, that just missed. Okay, he's down to 60. We're at 55. We're getting close. So let's try to really just jab out the next round, even if we have to give it up. And let's try to keep ourselves right on the edge of the void and get him swinging a lot. And if we can get him at the same as us or a little lower, and if we can get him to hit his bottom end cap before us, that's when we're going to pounce on him.
There's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare.
So for everyone, remember, there's not only one way to fight in this game. You don't have to go stand toe-to-toe with everyone and bang it out. Develop a strategy. Come up with a plan. And have a strong mentality going into your fights. Don't get discouraged easily.
legs come back again.
a fight,
Because if
anything
you
can
don't,
happen.
he's gonna pop you off.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land.
And also you're gonna learn more from a loss than you do a win, to be honest, and that's just fact.
Just their power alone. Forget
Okay, we're getting him
tactics,
throwing a
they
lot
know
here, and we're
they
conserving a
got
lot.
you.
So this is exactly what we wanted to
That's where
do.
the confidence comes from.
This is exactly what we wanted to do at the start of the round.
Good punch. There's a counter shot.
Still take the work when we can get it in, but we want to be very efficient
Nice exchanges.
while we're trying to get him to burn and for us to conserve.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Now that I'm getting used to Amir Khan, you know, he's pretty good at sticking and moving, which is exactly what he did in real life.
Good job. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch
15 seconds until the end of the round.
Be careful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Caught him with some good work at the end of the round. Oh, that would have been a good one. All right.
Let's talk about Alvarez. He is down big time.
Oh, he only came down 2%. That's kind of crazy. We had him swinging a lot. Okay, we're getting really close to our bottom end cap, but so is he. So unfortunately, it's not going to work out like we had planned, but that's because of that reduction in stamina cost for the AI. But this is what I mean. If you can implement these strategies against AI that is buffed by 20% in damage and reduction in stamina, and I think how much damage it takes from you, it makes it that much easier when you go online and put this kind of pressure against someone or implement these kind of strategies against someone. And right now, a large portion of the community doesn't like doing anything besides going in, pretty much rock, paper, scissors, rock 'em, sock 'em, and see who wins. If you don't do that, they go in the corner and start bobbing and weaving sideways like their favorite streamers and then give up and quit. And that's a problem. We got to fix that.
Round 8, and we're off again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's gonna come out.
Oh, I thought he was going to drop his guard there to punch and we could slip it in.
You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire.
Sneak in a
Hold
couple
him up.
jabs.
Be smart because he's gonna try and put you under pressure. He knows
Thought
your
we could
legs
sneak
are
that
going
around the
over,
guard
head's
there.
not cleared. Be
Right down the
sharp.
pipe.
Solid punch.
Couple little choppy short hooks on the inside. Circle out to the center. For directional jabs, I find the backwards and forwards directional jabs are the worst. The ones to the side are not that good. So when I circle, I try to always circle until I'm at the position where I can do my directional jab backwards. If I'm doing it while I'm circling, I find it slows you down a lot, and they just don't really have any impact.
Seen some aggressive
They're
fighters.
probably the weakest
They are
out of all the directional jabs. That's why I just try not to use them.
If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
Caught him with some good shots there.
Just from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other. Because no one dare.
Okay, he got us with a couple shots. Put his yellow there. Got to be careful. Because of our Amir Khan chin.
They get out of the
Our
way.
reach is just a little shorter than I'm expecting. This is why it's important to get used to one fighter or a few fighters
Shots from both of these
and
fighters.
know their
Have
reach,
to be careful though.
know their punching animations, their blocking animations. And that's something I'm going to be doing once I have the time after this series and I begin to really heavily focus online and career mode.
Over the place in this
We're
one.
going to put more of a focus on perfecting a couple fighters until we get to use our own,
Nice counter shot.
which I'm really hoping isn't that long.
Let's talk about Alvarez.
That's the really only reason I'm excited for career mode is I want to use my own fighter online and ranked.
Every second, every
All right, we're at 42. He's at 48. We're both approaching our low-end caps. His health for his head and overall health is lower than ours, which makes him more vulnerable as we get both equaled out at low-end stamina. But because of that AI buff, He's not as vulnerable as he would be if he was another player.
See how much fatigue we see here in
So
round
let's
one.
see if we can get him a little lower after this round, then we're going to go for it.
Let's see if we can
Because we
turn
need
it
more than
around
one
here.
round to finish him, I think.
Tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
It's wasted shots into the guard.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Don't get trigger happy. Because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot. And that's when they catch you.
There's a right hand. Punch,
Got him with a good
counter
counter there. Oh, I should have held that block longer. See, I flicked it up when I should have held it. And you still make those mistakes until you can really grind this in his muscle memory. And that's where I feel like the AI has a big advantage, because when you're fighting online, you're fighting. It's instinct, right? You're just trying to win. So I feel like that's why it's good to go against the AI that's a little more controlled, like a training dummy, and you can kind of drill those things.
Just like a match made in heaven.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you
I don't know what Amir Khan's bottom end stamina is, but we're going to find out here.
Oh, you play calm, play cool.
But we're getting gassed now. And we're starting to take a much bigger beating. We need to survive this round because the Canelo AI can smell it.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Let's talk about Alvarez.
Okay, he's at 42. We're at 39. We're both almost bottomed out.
Gonna need a knockout.
I've been in fights like
Okay, we're going to go loose stance, and we'll try to put it on him here.
Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Ooh, that was dangerous. If that didn't cancel out for some reason, we would have been in some serious hurt.
Big swing and a miss. Perfect counter shot. We've seen him in past from this fighter. They don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
it's the one who draws first blood card. That's what he's
There's a
doing.
couple good shots. We got him red there.
You're in there with a banger. You've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He blocks the hook.
Oh, he just shelled up in the nick of time on that one.
Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
His head's recovered already.
One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock
Whoa, we
them out
did some
early?
weird looking shit
What
there.
can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax.
Got him with two solid
Because
counters
you
there.
know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the park. You've got to relax.
Oh, there was a good shot.
Did not work on defense this training camp.
Oh, we're so gassed.
Scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
That was a good round. We had him red a couple times.
Talk about Alvarez. And around
Okay, we're both bottom end cap now.
finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
So we're going to keep putting the pressure on him. These are the rounds that we're going to keep going for the kill in loose stance. So we've got 2 rounds to make it happen.
Safe to say that
This
last
round and the
was a
last.
nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
We're going to have to trade with him and get a little risky here if we want to do it.
These two were made for each other.
Not quite good on my distance with Amir Khan yet. Oop, didn't time those blocks well. I let go of them too soon. This is not the time you want to have your blocks not counting. This is when you want to be on point with your blocks. Okay, we got him with the counter there. There, we caught that one at the last second. Oh, got him jumbly. Block that. There we go. Ah, damn it.
He had his moment, but has it gone by?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone.
Okay, we gotta get him.
Look at that.
Get revenge for Amir Khan.
Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Oh, it is like it never happened, Johnny Nelson. How strange.
What is this fighter doing? There's nothing behind these punches. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Nice exchange here from both men.
Lean forward too soon on that one.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
There we go. Oh, yeah! Right at the bell. With 3 seconds left. All right. Now we got the last round to finish him off. So yeah, Amir Khan's good. He's definitely good as you get used to him. He's got speed. He's got good blocking animations. He's got fast responsiveness with his upper body movement to weave and augment his blocking. Got good punch speed. Does good damage. Maybe he is low tier for on. I'd say he's good online, but low tier. I'd say you could use him online, but he's low tier. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe more skilled players would disagree. I'm curious to see what Northern Smog thinks of Amir Khan online, because he has a really good idea of what's good online and what isn't. He has so much more experience than I do, and that's why I highly recommend everyone check his channel out. He only has 13 subscribers, but he deserves way more than that, so show the guy some love and check him out. Northern Smog.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out.
Okay, we got him red.
And I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when they've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that space.
We can catch him on one of those weaves with an uppercut, maybe. Oh, he's recovered already. See, it's so hard when you're low to put the AI down unless you can catch him with a really good counter that just flashes him right away, because you usually just don't have the stamina to get through their buffs. Okay, this might be it here. We can time him into one more. Oh! If I had my range down. Oh! What happened there? That was really weird.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking, because you've got to get some before you get them close.
Oh no! Survive, Amir! Survive, 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 brother! We did it. We're good. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Go either way, 10 seconds to go.
Well, we won the fight, but we didn't put him out. We put him down once. 47%, 198 blocks, almost as much as the AI on regular blocking. 42 counters, not bad. Yeah, I'd say Amir Khan is good, but is he the best for online? Probably not. If you're an Amir Khan fan, he's definitely someone with a lot of practice you could use online. Our punch count, 67. 46, 67, 61, 73, 54, 58, 49, 65, 78, 80, 59. It's also very good right now to be drilling and getting your muscle memory and brain memory down to feeling out what it's like to be throwing an average of anywhere from 40 to 90 punches, 100 at the most in only specific rounds in your fights, because it's going to be very important as flat-footedness comes out. All right, everyone, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my buddy Northern Smog, and let me know what you think in the comments below about everything we've talked about in this video. All right, everyone, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.